Welcome to Creative Cooking. I'm your host, David Santos. Allow me to introduce you to one of my most requested recipes. I can't call this Philly Cheesesteak or I'll have the entire state of Pennsylvania descend upon my channel with pitchforks and torches. But I can tell you it's inspired by that delicious sandwich, even though it isn't a sandwich at all. We'll start with 4 medium russet potatoes, 2 green bell peppers, and 1 medium to large onion. Cut the potatoes into bite-sized pieces, slice the onion lengthwise into slivers, and cut the bell peppers into 1.5-inch strips. Then I want you to rinse the potatoes in cold water until the water runs clear, and then pat dry with a paper towel. And there's a good reason for doing this, because we're going to saute those potatoes later. Alright, so what we have here is 2 14-ounce packages of shaved steak. It's very lean and it's paper thin. What you want to do here is tear the steak into small clumps. And you might ask why I'm doing this. Well, when you cook this, the steak will naturally shrink and tighten up into bite-sized lumps of very tender steak that melts in your mouth. Be sure to do this in advance because everything is partially cooked individually and in a very specific order. So please don't skip or you'll miss something. Before we get into the cook though, let's make the cheese sauce because I like to get this part of it out of the way. Start by making a roux by melting 3 tablespoons of butter in a small saucepan and 2 tablespoons of flour. Whisk for about 2 minutes to take the raw edge off, then add 1 cup of cold milk all at once. Continue whisking over low heat until thickened. You can thin that out with a little bit of milk, but only do so if you think it's too thick, because this will thicken as it cools. Then stir in 8 slices of American cheese until it's completely melted. Next, saute the potatoes in olive oil or vegetable oil over medium to medium-high heat in a non-stick pan with vertical sides. The intent is to coat them with oil and allow a light crust to form around the edges. But don't cook them all the way. Remove them to a large bowl and repeat with the peppers and onions, stirring and flipping occasionally until you actually see a little bit of browning taking place on the peppers. Then remove them to a bowl, but again, don't cook them all the way. Add the shaved steak to the pan and season with some Montreal steak seasoning or some salt, pepper, and garlic seasoning. Then, using 2 non-metallic spatulas, work the steak to break up any of the large clumps. Do you see how the clumps tighten up into bite-sized pieces? You don't need to cook the steak completely either, just until the clumps are formed. Then add the vegetables back into the pan and combine. Add 2 cups of warm beef stock. You can use 2 heaping teaspoons of bouillon with some warm water. That's what I usually use because it's pre-seasoned and it really does add another layer of flavor to the dish. Cover and simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes and then check the vegetables for doneness. Cook a bit longer if you need to. Once the vegetables are cooked, mix 2 tablespoons of cornstarch with about 1/3 cup of warm water or beef stock. Then, using a spoon or a spatula, form little wells and pour some of the cornstarch mixture into the well and stir. Do this in 3 or 4 places to allow the gravy to form. It thickens pretty much on contact. Then mix it all together. Finally, add some cheese sauce over the top, reserving about half of it for the individual servings. And there you have it. If you do this the right way, I'm pretty sure that you'll be adding this to your rotation. I mean, what's not to like about a one-pan meal that tastes like Philly cheesesteak? Instead of bread, we use potatoes, and the gravy is awesome. Well, that's it for today, but don't forget to subscribe to see more great videos for people who like to cook. Until then, bon appetit.